You are standing in a bodega in Baltimore at 6 a.m. The fluorescent light above the chips rack is flickering, has been flickering for 3 years. The owner is behind the counter. He doesn't look up when you walk in. You are not the kind of person people look up for anymore. You are the kind of person people wait for to leave. You are 16 years old and you have already been invisible for so long that you have started to mistake it for freedom. A man named Marcus is waiting outside. He has been waiting outside since yesterday. Level 1, our act. The corner boy, you hold the product. That is the job. You hold it, and when the right person says the right thing, you make the exchange, and you pass the money up the chain, and you stand back on the corner and you wait. The corner is 3 blocks from where you grew up. You know every crack in the sidewalk. You know which streetlight takes 10 seconds to change, and which one is broken and stays red forever. This is the most territory you'd have ever owned, and you don't own any of it. Marcus pays you in cash every night, folded and straightforward. No drama. You appreciate the no drama. Your life up to this point has been drama. And the kind that happens in apartments at 2 a.m. The kind that wears your mother's face. The kind that doesn't leave room for sleep. This corner is quiet by comparison. You have a friend from middle school, Bor, Algorn, Deshaunard, who still goes to school. You see him sometimes on his way in the morning, backpack on, headphones in, crossing the street to avoid walking past you. Not because he is afraid of you, because he is afraid of becoming you. You watch him cross the street and you feel something you don't have a name for yet. Later you will name it, grief. Level 2, are at. The runner you move now. Not standing still on one corner. You are connected across 5 blocks, carrying between the stash house and the corners, knowing which house and which time and who is supposed to receive. You are fast. You don't use. These 2 things together make you valuable. Marcus has a lieutenant named Dre. Dre watches you the way coaches watch players. Fran, not warmly, not friendly, just calibrating. He gives you more responsibility in increments, testing each increment before adding the next. Never explaining that this is what he is doing. You understand it anyway. You are 17. You have the instincts of someone older because you had to. Your mother asks, less about your money now. She is working 2 jobs and coming home at 10 p.m., and there is dinner on the table when she gets there, and she is too tired to ask complicated questions about where dinner comes from. You tell yourself this is how you are taking care of her. You tell yourself this often enough that it starts to sound like the truth. There is a girl named Kezia in your building. 3rd floor. She is studying to be a nurse. She is also 17. She talks to you like you are a full person, which is rarer than it should be. She has never once looked past you or through you. You think about Kezia at the corners, not romantically our dolls. Well, yes, romantically, but also philosophically. You think about what it means to be the kind of person Kezia can look directly at. What that person's life looks like, where that person sleeps at night and what he does in the morning. You pick up a package at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday. The person with that life and the person picking up this package are not the same person. You haven't figured out the distance between them yet. Level 3, Brant. The dealer, your own corners now. 2 of them. You have 3 workers and you manage them the way you were managed, incrementally, watchfully. One of them is 16. His name is Jalen. He has a mother who works at the hospital. He has a little brother who is 8 and follows Jalen around like a shadow. You remember being Jalen. You are 18. You give Jalen the same education you received, not in school, not written down anywhere, but transmitted the way dangerous knowledge always transmits, through proximity, through example, through the accumulation of small choices that slowly close other doors. Sometimes you wonder if you are helping him or destroying him. Then a delivery is late and the wondering gets set aside and the work returns and the wondering doesn't come back for a while. Dregan arrested in October. He is gone. Just like that, Arnitz, present for years and then absent in a single morning. This is how it happens here, not slowly, suddenly, without ceremony. You move up to fill a portion of what he handled. You do not celebrate this. You understand it is not a promotion in the ordinary sense. It is a vacancy. You are the furniture they moved to cover the empty space. You deposit money into an account your mother doesn't know about. The account has $1,200 in it. You are not sure what it is for. It feels like something. It feels like the version of you that is still calculating. Number 4. Art. The shot caller four corners. 8 workers. A network of phones and protocol and hierarchy. You run it well. You have a code brawl. Itchy. No selling to anyone visibly too young. No violence without authorization. No drama that draws attention. Some of your competitors run hot, loud, obvious. You run cold and quiet, and the cold and quiet is more profitable and far less dangerous. Marcus respects this. He gives you latitude. You use the latitude intelligently. You were 21. Deshaun graduated from high school, then from community college. He is at a state university now, studying something with computers. You know this because you still see his mother in the neighborhood and she tells you, and her face when she tells you is a face you have learned to read as two emotions at once, and everything. Pride for her son, and something directed at you that is not quite pity, but is in the same family. You sat with Kezia last year on the steps of your building, and she asked you directly, the way she always does, are you ever going to leave this? You told her you were working on it. She looked at you for a long time. Working on it isn't a plan, Marcus. She said your name at the end, and the name in her mouth sounded like something worth protecting. She moved to a different city 8 months ago. Nursing school 2 states away. You have her number. You have not called it. You have not called it because calling it would require being a version of yourself. You have not figured out how to be yet. And because hope is the most dangerous thing you have ever carried, more dangerous than anything in any package, on any corner. Level 5 RNs. The underboss, you are responsible for 6 figures moving through the city every month. The logistics are genuinely complex. Supply chains, timing, personnel, contingency. You have a phone that never sleeps. You have decisions that cannot wait until morning. You have men who depend on your judgment in real time, with real consequences. You are good at this. That is the tragedy. How good you are at this. You got your GED at 22. Quietly, at a test center across town where no one knew you. You don't know why. It felt important in a way you could not explain. Marcus is in federal custody. Has been for 8 months. The organization absorbed the shock the way organizations do, closed ranks, adjusted structure continued. You are 24. You run more of the operation now than Marcus ever intended for you to run. The man above you, a name you will not say out loud in this or any context, knows your name and has met you twice, and that is more access than most people have. Your sister is 15. Her name is Amara, and she is brilliant. The kind of brilliant that her teachers talk about, that they write about in recommendation letters. That gets called gifted, which is just another word for deserving more than the circumstances you were born into. You pay for things. The tuition at the better school, the laptop, the summer program, the things that give her options. Amara knows where the money comes from. She is known for years. She does not thank you for it. Instead, she looks at you sometimes, at the dinner table, across the room, with a look that is the most complicated thing anyone has ever given you. Love and sorrow and fury and gratitude, all at once, all directed at the same person. You, her brother, the one who stayed behind so she could go. Level 6, Vrans. The boss of the organization is yours now. Not formally of Vrans, nothing is formal here. But in practice, in function, in every decision that moves through the city's underground economy, it moves through you. You are 29. You have a car that is registered to a company that is registered to an address in Delaware. You have a lawyer who is excellent and who you pay in cash and who does not ask. You have a house in a neighborhood that is nothing and no one. Not your old blocks. Not anywhere that means anything. And a clean, unremarkable house where you sleep 4 nights a week. You have not been back to that corner in 3 years. You have thought about Kezia 11,000 times. Not an exaggeration. You have thought about her with the regularity of breathing, and you have never called the number. Amara was accepted to a university in California. A real one. A good one. She called you from the parking lot after she opened a letter, and she was crying, and you were in a car on the way to a meeting, and you pulled over and you listened to her cry with joy, and the meeting could wait. She leaves in August. You will be there. Whatever is happening, whatever is scheduled, you will be standing in that parking lot watching her carry boxes. That is the one thing that is not negotiable. Level 7 on. The ghost you exist, but you do not show up. Everything is proxy now. You have men who have men. You make decisions through a chain so long that the decision lands differently by the time it arrives, distorted by transmission, and you have learned to account for the distortion. You are 33 years old. Last year, Jalen R., the 16-year-old with the little brother and the hospital mother R., was sentenced to 11 years. He is 31 now, a grown man, and he is going to be 42 when he gets out, if he gets out on time, and his little brother will be 41. And that shadow that followed Jalen around the block is a man now who visits his brother in prison and carries the visit home in his body for days. You think about Jalen the way you think about Kezia. Constantly, unavoidably. You think about the 16-year-old you gave corners to and called it opportunity. Amara has a degree. She's in California. She calls every Sunday and talks about her life, her friends, her work. A man she is careful about mentioning, her plans. She talks to you the way someone talks to a person they love who is very ill. A rant, with warmth and urgency, and the awareness that the time is uncertain. She never mentions the old neighborhood. She never asks about the business. She just calls every Sunday. You take the call wherever you are. You stop what you are doing. You sit somewhere quiet. It is the only hour of the week that sounds like the person you were going to be. Level 8. RNCZ. The end, there is no level 8 that is what you imagined. When you were on that corner at 16, the top looked like something. Clean and large and safe. A place above the consequences. You imagined it as a room with a view where nothing could reach you. The room exists. The view is real. But the consequences followed you up here. They packed themselves into your chest and made the trip with you, and they live there now, between your lungs, permanent residence. Jalen, 11 years. Marcus, federal, no release date. Dre, gone. Just gone. No ceremony. Kezia, a number you never called. The 16-year-old on the corner with the cheap phone, ragged, you, gone too. A different way. Still breathing, but gone. Amara calls on Sunday. You are in a car somewhere. You pull over. She says, "How are you?" And you say, "I'm good. How are you?" And she tells you about her life. Ron, the real one, the clean one. The one you purchased with the years you spent on those corners in Baltimore, and the things you did there, and the person you became there. You listen. You love her more than anything that has ever existed. And you know, in the way that you have always known things before your brain catches up to your chest, that she will be fine. That she is already fine. That she doesn't need you anymore in the way she needed you then. Which means there is nothing left that was worth the cost. Somewhere in Baltimore, the fluorescent light in the bodega is still flickering. A boy is standing outside. A man is waiting. The boy doesn't know yet what the waiting costs. You did not know yet what the waiting costs. You know now. That is the only thing you have at the end of all of this. You know now.